Sorry, I did not realize that we were muted still. Hi, peoples! Light is doing things. Blink Stalkers are going to push back the Terran force for now. Disruptors coming in. Not gonna find any connections just yet, but nice Blink gonna snipe off the medevac, and the Disruptor can now connect with the tank, and Light will take the first game. Oh man. Hi. Anyway. I'm Xenodactyl. I am casting your games today. And I forgot to unmute myself. And the game and everything. But hey, first game of the day. Light defending the proxy starport Banshees. Next up, we're gonna have Uzi Cody versus Mech0. Automaton is the map. It's gonna be a TVP. And we should be good to go. Okay. That was a good blink forward to get the medevac and force the drop and clean up pretty much everything. Yeah. Blink Disruptor, a favorite composition of Light. And yeah. This is the Alpha Pro series. No, this is not the Alpha Pro series. This is the Alpha Team League EU Pro Division. I'm jumbling all my things this morning. Good morning to those of you in America. For those of you in Europe, good evening, I think. But it's always morning in AlpX. Anyway, Automaton, TVP, so same matchup, but gonna switch sides out, as it were. The Terran being for AlpX this time. And this is a best of 5. Let's fix these color sets. I did this already, whatever. Okay, spawning in the 8 o'clock position as the blue Terran, representing AlpX. It is Uzi Cody. Did I switch the overlay? I don't believe I switched the overlay. There we go. Uzi Cody. And to the right hand side, partially upper, mostly right, it is the yellow Protons for HTT Mech0. Gonna have a nice Reaper wall here at the front with the gateway and core. Nexus for, or gate expand. Nexus before core, I think, is what he's set up for. There we go. He's gonna scout. Both players deciding to go play in the dark for now. Okay, probe is going out. And core does go down. Checking for proxies is Uzi Cody. And he's gonna get that CC on the low ground with his Reaper on the way. So pretty standard for both sides. probe is going to come up as the Reaper leaves. Does bother this low ground SCV, and the Reaper is gonna go across the map. Another SCV will be pulled as this one has to return home. It will go build the factory instead. Wow, this is quite the obnoxious probe. On the Protoss side of things, the Reaper is being deflected by the Stalker, and life is normal in Ire. Alright, I'm gonna get another barracks coming down for Uzi Cody, and probably Starport soon. Well, he has to... Okay, he's gonna move that up. She's just gonna get another barracks. Okay. What do I know? I don't care. Okay, gonna get a partial wall for Hellions, so that we don't have easy run-bys. And the two Reapers... Oh, I didn't realize he got a second. I must have missed that. They didn't find much purchase. Can't get up this way! Oh, he just wants to attack the pylon. Grenade? Oh, okay. Just gonna run back out, saving that grenade for another time. Gonna find this probe and deny the third. Uzi Cody really likes to play with these two Reapers at the start of the game. I wonder what advantage it gives him. I imagine, aside from having an extra grenade, the increased DPS might make picking off probes easier, but I don't know what the... like... I'm sure there's a certain amount of extra damage that he would like to get, and I feel like denying the third the way he did there does count as that. I just don't know, like, what does he need to do to justify the second Reaper? I imagine picking off the probe to deny the third for a couple extra seconds is worth, but, like, what's the break point? Anyway, we are going to see that starport on the way. Stim is little over halfway done, and combat shields has started up. Stalkers are going to come across the map. There's not a ton of them, and Blink is complete. Why do we not have production? There's production. Okay. There is no high ground vision for these Stalkers, so we're going to be pretty defensive. There's not actually a whole... Oh, no, just kidding. There's a lot of bio up top. The missile turret is going to be repaired, and the tank is going to come onto the low ground. There is now an observer, so these Stalkers could blink into the main if they were so daring, but I think the positioning of Uzi Cody is good to zone them out. They're going to be pushed down onto this low ground area, and we'll have to loop around, but the bio tank force is matching their movement. Uzi kind of overextending. Okay, he's gonna stim back and scare them a little bit. Stalkers in retreat. That almost all of them go down. Very nice from Uzi Cody catching these Stalkers, and one of them is in critical health, and the second, all but two of them go down, or 1.5, but the Stalker still has full DPS. Damage is not going to affect its rate of fire. Scan goes down, sees the size of the army, sees that there are no disruptors. Gonna pick up, go into the main. Tank is on the low ground to secure this location for the time being. And moving forward, he's going to get on top of these stalkers. Cannon is not yet complete. Gonna back off as the Immortal pushes this back. Flanking from the bottom with the rest of his force, McZero is going to get the tank and force the retreat back into the mine. Nice hallucinated Archon's going to tank the mine shots, and Easy is going to pick up, and he looks like he wants to drop. I don't know if that's the right call. Boosting out of here. Gonna lose a medevac. This is getting a little bit scrappy. Okay. Fortunately, he's managed to outmaneuver the Protoss temporarily. But Protoss is on 4 bases, and I don't feel like that quite got done what he would have liked. He does have some bio pinning off some well, this is okay. He's getting a lot of damage in, or at least time. Like he's gotten 10 probes, which is not nothing. It's not nothing. I just feel like he wanted more with the amount of bio he's committed to all of this. He has definitely traded better. So that's something. Got a lot of zealots. And I don't know. There is going to be a warp in here, but that will have to be cancelled as the Liberators are going to zone that away. Supply is pretty even. Uzi does have a lot of production. 2 starports, good barracks count, and a fusion core on the way. Protoss is encroaching on this forward position while the medevac, or while the warp prism is in the main. Gonna find a couple SCVs with the prism, I think. Mine's not finding much of anything, but the bio, I think there is enough bio here to push this back. Good repair, gonna save that most important 3rd orbital, but more SCVs are falling in the back as the Zealots were doing a lot of damage. This 3rd had to be lifted away so that Uzi could concentrate his forces a little bit better. And the 2-pronged aggression has split the Terran defense a little bit more than Uzi would like, and supply is starting to go in favor of that 4-base economy really kicking in for McZero. He just has a lot of gateway units, and gateway units are pretty good when they have upgrades. There are actually 2 warp prisms here. Yeah. Uzi is hanging in there, but the Zealots have cleared out too much, and McZero will take game 2. Alright. Gonna go on to Cyber Forest as our next map. Whenever we receive the invite. Yeah, I feel like Uzi getting those stalkers caught in the middle of the map was really nice, but then he lost too much on one of the drops, so he lost a lot of his potential to pin the Protoss. Like, once he lost one of those medevacs, I'm not so sure. I mean, it was just really hard for him to get a good engagement on the Protoss too, because like he had a nice location, but like Protoss fought him on two fronts instead of like, I don't know, he like I'm not sure how he's supposed to take that fight exactly, because it just felt like the gateway explosion had already kicked in. Like, he was trading decently at first, but it seemed to lose steam, and then like losing one of the medevacs felt like he was already starting to wobble, and he got struck. Like, in a boxing match, right? Like, the person's already a little bit off balance, and another strike comes in, and now they're seriously recovering. Like, I don't know. The Warp Prism play was good, though. Anyway. Where are we? Mamba is just gonna take a minute. I imagine he's just getting all his ducks in a row, making sure he has what he needs to be at peak performance. There will not be a Protoss in this game, as this is gonna be a ZVT, I believe. Let me just double check that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Mamba says he's ready. Panic says he's ready. And we will get a roll-in. This is game 3 of the ATL EU Pro. We are tied 1 apiece. It's a best of 5. And spawning in the bottom right as the yellow Terran, representing HTT, it is Panics. And to the upper left as the green Zerg from AlpX, it is the Serpent Mamba. Alright. On the Terran side of things, things are pretty normal, but on the Zerg side of things, we have a fast pool. This was not like, this wasn't like super fast, but it wasn't, I mean, I think this was like a 15 pool or something, or 16 pool. I wasn't paying the closest attention. I know it wasn't 14 or under, but it could have been as early as 15. I was doing intros and Lings are out, and they're going to nab this SCV. It's nice for Panics to know that he should be wary of these Lings. They are going to kind of take the long way around. The Reaper is kind of looking for them. It's on this side path. Gonna move back to center. I definitely feel that Panics is accounting for the Lings correctly. I'm not sure where Mamba wants to go from here now. He's gonna smartly keep his Lings back as he has not seen the Reaper, or actually he has seen the Reaper. He's seen it with his Overlord, so he knows he cannot go in, I should say. And roaches are going to come out. So by keeping those Lings back, a scan is forced in order to see this roach warren. So this is this bunker is gonna come down. Panics is playing this pretty well. The Lings are going to come in now as they join up with the roaches. The bunker is not done. The CC can be lifted, at least. There's that. Tank is on the way. That will be very nice in the defense. It's not quite out yet. This is good positioning. The wall has not fallen. Stellar defense coming out of Panics. Just in the nick of time. Mamba is going to morph this wounded roach. It will return as a Ravager with full health. Doesn't have high ground vision. So Mamba is going to just settle for a contain for now. He doesn't appear to want to move his Overlord to push this location. Starport is underway, and Mamba is probably going to have to tech out of this. He is droning, and is getting wing speed. So it seems he feels content. Oh, not exactly content. That's not the right word. It seems that he is come to terms with the fact that he should not get any more damage here, and is going to move back into a more defensive posture, not wanting to lose his Roach Ravager force for free. He has droned nicely behind this. He's gotten himself up to 2 base saturation. He's taken a third. So, like, from the economic side of things, Mamba he's chill, you know? This is playable. This is quite playable. Panics is going to move out with all these units that he's been forced to make. Gonna see what he can get done. He's gonna start his third, and let's see, what is Panic's vision? He does know that there is a third. He's gonna push into this center location. I like this. He's forcing the Zerg to pick a side to defend, and then he can his Ling rally is maybe not the best, but Banshee is going to come up here as well, granting some high ground vision, allowing these tanks to move up alongside this cliff. And Mamba is going to come from the back. Very nice flank. Going to get both of those tanks in the rear, coming down with his queens. And picking off another tank. Only the Banshee survives for now. Well, okay. There is one tank. The Banshee does cloak, but there's an Overseer. Mamba is all over this. Shuts this down with ease. There's one tank on the high ground, but that's completely undefended, and the Lings are going to engulf that. Mamba taking control of this game. Very nice defense, very nice defense. So, Panics, he had a really good read on what was coming in the early game. He saw the fast pool, he scanned for the roaches, like, how he played his opener was brilliant, but Mamba maneuvered through his eco cheese quite well, and was able to deal with the inevitable pressure coming his way off the back of that. There is a Banshee still that will need to be dealt with. The queens are here, and they will pick that off with the help of the Overseer for detection. Ling Bane as the primary mid-game composition, now that we are out of the Roach Ravager phase. And Mamba has taken a 4. I don't see any additional tech just yet. Just the Ling Bane. And, I mean, he's in a pretty dominating position, I would say. Centrifugal Hooks is going to finish up. Third is just now being floated over for Panics. The Ling does spot this. Ooh. Overlord is being shot down. Not gonna supply block Mamba on top of his production, making sure that won't happen. Creep spread is developing, and Terran is gonna push up through the center. There's creep on this map, or just Zerg on this map is so weird sometimes. Lots of Ling Bane. I like this. Because, like, he's taken so much control, so he can, it's a very mobile force, right? He has some Lings that have gotten into the third. That's gonna divert Panic's attention. And that's actually a pretty sizable Ling force. Like, Panic really had to respect that and couldn't, now those Lings are gonna come in from the back. Clear out all these tanks. And the bio picks up because there's nowhere else, there's no defending that. Nicely executed from Mamba. Bought some time with his Lings for another round of larva hatching, and with the returning Lings that survived their counter, he was able to get a feel for the army positioning and pounced. Drop is going to come into the main. There is a counterattack being set up from the Ling force to the top. Gets a couple overlords, but there are Lings here, so not going to find much more purchase. Oh, those are not Lings, those are Mutas! Mutas are ravaging the natural. 12 SEVs going down in an instant. Okay. This creep spread is starting to get a little bit riley on this bottom side. Mutas are getting into that mineral line again. 10 more SCVs have fallen. Gets the Overseer. Guess it doesn't have speed. But the Mutas are going to get on top of this production a little bit, picking off the add-ons, stifling the marine production, and the Mutas swing back to the third. And there is a Thor for Panics, but I think Panics is like kind of unable to deal with all this Muta Ling aggression. He wants to just push, but look at all this creep. The creep is like, I mean, this tumor just has to go like 1-2 more times and it's on the third, right? Going through this center, this could be some juicy banelings. Lings engulfing the medevac, some good connections. I mean, there's just, the Mutas are gonna chase. There's nowhere for Panics to run. Ling Bang Muta off the back of a Roach pressure build. Very nice, very nice. Well played from Mamba. Had a very good sense of where he was throughout the entirety of the game and controlled the game quite well. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have a small delay. We are on, it's currently at 2-1. Favoring AlphaX. I'm gonna throw it to the break screen for the time being, and we will be right back. And we're back. Oh man, a little bit of chat between some of the players. Anyway, this is gonna be a ZVP on Port Alexander. Oh, I should have gotten liquids while we were on break. Oh well. Okay, spawning in the upper left as the red Zerg, representing AlphaX, it is Hino. And to the bottom right, as the pink Protoss, representing HTT, it is... oh gosh, how do you pronounce this? There are no vowels. I don't know. It is the pink Protoss. I'll come up with something. Where are we? That is the score. This is a best of 5. Okay, good. Maybe they have some ideas. Okay, we're gonna see the gate expand with the cybernetics core versus the hatch first. So standard openings, nothing too too unusual. Gas being taken at a normal time. Just everything's normal. Normal. Am I not gonna get any help from... Okay, they don't want to tell me how to pronounce this name. Oh man, there's not even a vowel. I don't know what to... I'll be right back. I've run away from casting this unpronounceable name. Okay, Adept is moving out. Lings are gonna run by. Second Adept will be out soon, but I think these Lings are gonna get in. Yes, indeed they will. So nice scout. It's just a Stargate though, so nothing too critical. Adept is going to come over and hunt these Lings down. Okay. Phoenix is out, going to get this Overlord. And everything is normal. Gas is coming down in time for the double Stargate or the Archon drop. So we'll see what comes out. It is gonna be the double Stargate. I suppose the Phoenix Verse is a little bit indicative of that, but it doesn't have to be. Oh. A little bit of lag. Hopefully that wasn't anything of consequence. Going to see the probe that was sent over to drop third base, and there is a decent... Oh, this is nice. This Ling sees the Phoenix, the double Stargate, and Hino is going to get the full scout on everything that is actually going on. The element of surprise is lost for our pink Protoss, and there's even a recall. Why is there a recall? We brought the Oracle back because Queens, because it almost died, and there are Lings knocking on the front door. That Oracle might be necessary. Not entirely sure just how many Oracles or Lings there were out front, and needing to save that Oracle, so synergistic advantage in that recall.
Game paused.
Asking for a pause is Hino. Alrighty. They're gonna count down and let him back in. We do have the Hydra Den as the response of choice for Hino. Things, or not sure what he picked up there. Slashers. Okay, thank you. So we will be calling the pink Protoss Slashers. Okay, I see it now. S being next to the A. Getting another queen with these phoenixes is always nice. Minimize that creep spread, injects, and the anti-air. At least until the Hydras are out. Really forcing a defensive posture out of Hino with the Phoenix play. Slashers is going to pin the Zerg with this Air Force for now. Once the Hydras are out in plentiful number, then Slashers will have to back off, but until then, Hino is gonna have to be very careful with Queen overextending just a little bit. Doesn't quite have the spores there. Getting a couple more drones. Oh, would have liked to see another. I feel like he needs like 1 or 2 more spores. But I don't know. Overall, he's done a pretty decent job though, mitigating the potential damage. Like, these phoenixes have only found a couple. Like, I mean, 11 is nice. It's not bad. It feels kind of like they've paid for themselves, but like would have liked more. I don't know. I mean, you'd always like more, right? When you go for something, some sort of harass unit, you want it to just like kill everything, kill all of the workers. So we think, but that's not exactly reasonable. Couple banelings being morphed. I'm not sure what he's looking for in this. I think he's gonna have to back off. There's enough stasis wards and static defense that I don't see a scenario in which the Wing Bane... Oh, okay, well, he's actually brought up a considerable Hydra force. So, Hino means business. He's, he intends to shut down this third, and as long as he doesn't get caught up in these stasis wards too badly, he certainly has enough. Okay, nice force field, gonna partition off or choke up this attack path. Gonna come back in, connecting with a lot of the zealots. The banelings are making headway. Hydras are kind of unrivaled. The mortal count is standing strong though. Good Phoenix lifts are going to turn the tides, and uh-oh. I think Hino is not happy with that one. The banelings cleared out the zealots, but the immortal backbone plus the Phoenix lifts. Phoenix really skew the numbers on fights like that, because like you think the Phoenixes can't shoot ground units, which is true, and then they lift everything, and now the count is very different. Pack of Ling's gonna try and hit from the other side, but not finding anything there. Gonna get a Warp Prism with Lone Zealot. That single Zealot harass is very important. Storm is done, and with Storm being done, I don't feel like Heino is enjoying his position here. Good storms are coming down on the Hydras. Banelings are smartly avoiding the Archons, looking for something better. Gonna get some Immortals, but not killing anything. Pushing in is Heino. But the Phoenixes come back and start to pick up some of these Hydras, and with nothing but the Hydras left, there's nothing to buffer for them, so they're gonna have to pull back out. Zealots are here in the main. The one harassed Zealot that I was speaking of leads the charge, and the other 4 are going to go now. Warp Prism just gonna chill over the 5th base, you know. Hydras are gonna get into position now and clean this up. Alrighty. Prism has retreated. Gonna tuck itself in that corner. If one harass Zealot is not enough, then maybe 2 will be better next time. I'm being snarky about it, but really it's just about having the Prism. If we're being honest. It doesn't matter what he has in it, per se. Or how much he has in it, per se. I should clarify, I'm just being snarky. Ah, good pick off on that Prism. So the pinning effect and threat of whatever warp-in potential has been removed from the game of the state of the game at the time being. Nice surround on these Immortals. Gonna get a good number of them. Actually, everything here is gonna fall for the Protoss. Good storms coming in on the backside, but that's not enough. This was an excellent ambush, and Heino is gonna take the 4th game off what was concerning mid-game. Great ambush. Alrighty. I believe that concludes everything here. This has been the Alpha Team League EU Pro Division. Let me see, anything I should inform you guys of in the near future? The second stream might still be running. I believe there is the AlphaX Arena, as it is Thursday morning. I believe Cuckoo is defending his crown? Yes. Or swords, whatever. Yes, that is going on the second channel right now. And Friday, you will see Uzi Cody versus Heino in an Alpha Pro Series Best of 9. That will be on the Africa channel. So, you got to see both of them play a single game today. But, you can see the 2 of them play multiple games Friday. That will be at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central European, and Then next gaming will be playing us in the ATL Americas Pro. Also Friday. That will be 7 p.m. Eastern. So afternoon is gonna be Alpha Pro Series. Evening is gonna be ATL. Alrighty, that is all. I'll catch y'all next time.